Imagine a giant jet that can disappear. It is the F-22 Raptor. It is the most powerful fighter plane in the world. But here is the secret. Radar cannot see it at all. To radar, this massive jet looks like a tiny bumblebee. How is that possible? Today, we are going inside the most secret factory on Earth. We will see how robots and humans build a ghost from blocks of metal. First, we will find the giant oven that bakes the plane's skin. Next, we will see robots that use lasers to drill perfect holes. Then, we will reveal the secret silver paint that hides the jet from enemies. But wait until you see the final test. If a single screw is off by even a tiny hair, the whole mission fails. Let's head inside the factory floor right now. Every great plane needs a strong body. For the F-22, this body is made of something special called titanium. Think of titanium as a super strong metal. It is like iron, but much lighter. Robots help a lot here. Huge machines, like giant robotic saws, cut big blocks of metal. They slice it into the shape of the jet's frame. This frame is like your own skeleton. It holds everything together. The robots work very slowly and carefully. A single mistake can ruin the whole piece. But some parts of the F-22 are not metal at all. They are made of something like very strong plastic layers. How do we make these special parts harder than steel? We put them in a massive secret oven. What happens inside this giant cooker? Let's find out next. Remember those special parts that are not metal? They are called composites. They look like thin sheets of tough fabric, but we need to make them super hard. This is where the giant oven comes in. It is called an autoclave. Think of it as a huge pressure cooker. It is big enough to fit a whole car. Robots load these parts inside. Then, the oven gets very hot, like a pizza oven. It also adds a lot of pressure. This baking process makes the parts incredibly strong. They become lighter than metal, but much harder. This helps the F-22 fly fast and stay hidden. Now, the jet's body has thousands of spots where parts will connect. These spots need holes, perfect holes. If a hole is even a tiny bit off, the plane might fall apart in the sky. Or worse, radar could see it. How do we make thousands of perfect holes? Robots do it, but how? Building the F-22 means putting together thousands of pieces. Each piece needs to be screwed or bolted into place. This means we need thousands and thousands of tiny holes. Humans cannot drill these holes perfectly every time. This is a job for robot drills. These robots are huge. They have long, bending arms. They have special eyes that use lasers. The robots look at a digital map of the plane. The laser tells them the exact spot to drill. They never get tired. They never make a mistake. They drill a perfect hole every single time. This is super important for making the F-22 strong and invisible. Now that we have all these perfect parts, it is time to put the plane together. The most exciting moment is when the main body meets its giant wings. These wings are not just for flying. They are part of the stealth secret too. How do they put such huge parts together? It is like a giant puzzle. The wings are huge. They are bigger than a school bus. Attaching them to the jet's main body is a very big job. This moment is called the marriage. This is when two huge parts finally become one. Giant yellow cranes lift the wings. Humans control these cranes with buttons. Other workers guide the wings into place. They use special tools to make sure everything lines up perfectly. It is a slow and careful dance. The wings must fit together without any gaps. Even a tiny gap could create a small echo for radar. This would let enemies see the jet. So, robots and humans work together to make the wings smooth. Now the F-22 looks like a plane, but it cannot fly yet. It needs a heart. The engines are what push the jet through the sky. They are incredibly powerful. They can make the plane go faster than sound. What kind of powerful hearts does this stealth fighter have? Let's find out. The F-22 has two powerful hearts called engines. These are not like car engines. They are huge and shiny. They can create a mighty roar. Workers use special robotic carts to bring the engines to the jet. Then, powerful lifts gently push the engines into their spots. Each engine fits perfectly, like a hand in a glove. Once inside, other workers connect all the wires and fuel lines. These engines are so strong they can push the F-22 straight up into the sky. They can also move their nozzles up and down. This helps the jet turn super fast in the air. This makes it hard for other planes to catch. But even with a strong body and powerful hearts, a jet needs a brain to fly. The pilot needs to know everything that is happening around the plane. Miles and miles of wires run through the F-22, like tiny roads. How do they fit all these wires inside such a complex machine? The F-22 is like a giant flying computer. It has a super smart brain. This brain helps the pilot see things no human eye can. It can see enemy planes miles away. To connect all these smart parts, thousands of colorful wires are needed. They go everywhere. Teams of workers crawl inside the plane. They twist and turn to pull miles of wires through tiny spaces. It looks like a giant bowl of colorful spaghetti. Each wire has a special job. Some connect the radar to the pilot's screen. Others connect the weapons. Robots help organize these wires. They make sure they are tucked away neatly. This way they don't get in the way. Now, the jet is almost ready, but it still has a huge problem. It is visible. Radar can still see its shiny metal skin. This F-22 needs its most important secret layer, its ghost skin. How do they make a giant jet truly invisible to radar? This next step is the most top secret part of the factory. This is the F-22's biggest secret. This is how it becomes a ghost. After all the parts are together, the jet gets a special paint job. This is not normal paint. It is a stealth coating. The F-22 rolls into a super clean room. Workers wear special white suits and masks. They make sure no dust gets on the jet. Here, robots take over. They spray a unique silver gray coating all over the plane. This stealth skin is like magic. When enemy radar waves hit the F-22, this special paint does not let them bounce back. Instead, it drinks the radar waves. The waves turn into tiny amounts of heat. This makes the F-22 almost impossible to see on radar screens. The F-22 now has its invisible skin. It looks ready to fly. But wait, before this amazing plane can take to the sky, it needs one final, super important check. If there is even one tiny spot that is not perfect, the whole stealth trick might fail. How do they test if a plane is truly invisible? The F-22 is painted and ready, but before it leaves the factory, it goes through a super strict testing phase. This is where workers check every single part. The jet rolls into a dark room. Special lights, called blue lights, shine on the plane. These lights show even the tiniest bumps or gaps on the stealth skin. Robots help here too. They scan the entire surface with sensors. If there is a tiny problem, a robot or worker fixes it right away. Every seam must be perfectly smooth. Every door must close perfectly flat. One small mistake could make the F-22 visible to enemy radar. This final check makes sure the jet is a true ghost in the sky. After all these steps, the F-22 is finally finished. It is a flying masterpiece of robots, humans, and secret technology. But what kind of amazing things can this invisible jet actually do? You won't believe how powerful it is. So there you have it. From a simple metal skeleton to a finished ghost jet, the Lockheed Martin F-22 factory is a marvel of engineering. You have seen exactly how the F-22 Raptor is built, using robot power and human skill. This F-22 production process proves why it is the ultimate stealth fighter jet. What was your favorite part of the F-22 Raptor manufacturing tour? Was it the laser robots or the secret skin? Seeing the F-22 Raptor inside this world-class facility is a rare treat. For more on the Lockheed Martin F-22 factory, don't forget to like and subscribe.